Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us to our live stream of the Lander and Lyman semifinal, regional semifinal game. Starting lineup is being announced. Sorry, I had some troubles connecting to the internet here. The internet is going back and forth on whether it's letting me connect or not, so I do apologize for the delay, but it looks like we are all good to go. I think I'm live. I hope so. Just waiting for confirmation from back in my home base at Evanston, but YouTube tells me that I'm live, so I'm going to go like I am live right now on the air. Lyman and Lander on the court. Lyman going to be wearing their white uniforms with the blue stripes down the side all the way down to their shorts. The Lander Valley Tigers wearing their green uniforms with the black rectangular boxes / bars down the side of their shorts and the jerseys. Tip off here. And we are underway, and it is Gabby St. Clair with the ball for Lander as she tosses the ball ahead. And we are underway in the first semifinal of the day. First of four, 2 girls semifinals, then 2 boys later tonight. Ball is taken away. Gabby St. Clair's pass intercepted by Bradshaw. Bradshaw goes coast to coast, lays it up, lays it in, and the score is 2-0 Lyman here early in this contest. And it looks like Lyman is pressing to start off the game as well. Into the corner it goes. Lander with the ball all the way in the deep corner. And it looks like Lander will pull it back out. 7:20 on the clock here. The score 2-0. Lander on top as the ball is knocked away, kicked away, I should say. And it is still a Lander ball here as the kick went off of, I believe it was Mandy Ayer's foot. Mandy Ayer, Olivia Smith, McKinley Bradshaw, Cassidy Nelson, and Spring Yagi, the 5 starters for the Lyman Eagles here. And immediately off of the jump, a traveling violation called there on Lander's second possession. 2 turnovers. So here come the Lyman Lady Eagles in the semifinal game. The winner advances to the state playoffs next week. Still got one more game to play tomorrow, and that would be the regional championship. The loser still has to win one tomorrow to qualify. Olivia Smith, jump pass from the right baseline, goes up to the top of the left key, and that is Spring Yagi, excuse me, and Spring Yagi misses her shot long out of bounds, and that will go back to Lander. Lander advances the ball over midcourt, and they are being trapped. Gets it over to St. Clair. St. Clair drops it off to her teammate underneath the basket, and still no basket there as the original shot was blocked, but I believe that was, yes, Demi Stauffenberg, a guard, 9th grader, freshman guard. Demi Stauffenberg stepped in, grabbed the ball on the second chance opportunity, went up to the basket, got fouled, and she will earn herself 2 free throws, and she makes the first free throw. So the score 2-1 here. Here in Warland, Wyoming, first of 4 semifinals on the day. Scores 2-1. Second free throw from Stauffenberg. Rolls around and rolls in. It's 2-all on the scoreboard here. Lyman and Lander, 6:36 on the clock. Lyman inbounds on the far baseline. And here they come the other way. Mandy Ayer over to Spring Yagi. Spring Yagi to Smith. Smith goes baseline. Cassidy Nelson back up top to Smith for 3. Smith's shot is up and no good. Stauffenberg with the rebound on the right side of the basket, and now she gets it out to St. Clair, who crosses the center line with it. Roni Ferris up top on the left wing. 2-all, 6:11 to play in quarter number 1 on mylocalradio.com. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett. Thank you for tuning in today for some basketball action. Mandy Ayer over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw shoots a 3 up and in. Nothing but nylon for McKinley Bradshaw. And Cyril Stauffenberg is hot on the bench. He did not like seeing McKinley Bradshaw hit that 3, and he calls a 30-second timeout. We're less than 2 minutes in, or 2 minutes and 5 seconds in, less than 2.5 minutes in. So we will take a short break on mylocalradio.com. We're actually going to stay here on mylocalradio.com and forego that short break that we might have taken. Let us reset, maybe go into what I would have discussed in my pregame show had I been able to get it going. As you can see at the top of the screen, 4 games earlier today. I've updated all of those scores for you, so if you're just tuning in and you're wondering what the landscape of the 3A West Regionals looks like, Big Piney boys and girls both eliminated earlier today. Lovell girls eliminated, and the Lyman boys in the contest before this were eliminated by the Mountain View boys. 47-37, girls looking to have a little bit of a different fate here in the second game of the day for Lyman, and that one is tipped out of bounds off of Spring Yagi. Lyman stole the ball away off the inbound in the corner, and the ball was rocketed into the corner, and Spring Yagi could not contain it, could not control it, and the ball went out of bounds off of Lyman. Stoppage in play here. Might have been a substitution, I believe, but we are good to go. Lander looking to inbound, and they do not inbound it as a 5-second violation is called, much to the cheers and chagrin of the people here. Lyman fans obviously cheering at that. The Lander fans not appreciative of the call, and that is McKinley Bradshaw heating up early on. McKinley Bradshaw gets the inbounds and scores right away, and then another steal. Bradshaw midcourt launches it ahead to Spring Yagi. Down low, Mandier gets fouled going up for her shot on her shot attempt, and now it will be 2 free throws for Mandier. See who the foul was called on. Whitney Hansen charged with the foul for Lander. So Lander has had a couple turnovers, and McKinley Bradshaw has, I believe, all 7 points, if I'm not mistaken, for the Lyman Eagles so far. 7-2, 5-32 on the scoreboard. Second shot from Mandier is up and good. So score right now, 8-2 on the scoreboard, 5:32. And another takeaway off the inbounds. Another steal by Olivia Smith this time. Smith took it away from Gabby St. Clair, went up to the basket, rolled it off the rim. And that one will be 2 shots as the shot did not go in. But Olivia Smith going to the line for 2 opportunities to score. Foul charged against Gabby St. Clair. That is her first. Second against Lander early on, and the first free throw from Smith is no good. So Lyman right now 1 of 3 at the free throw line. Looking to make it 2 of 4. Olivia Smith bends the knees, puts the second shot up, and it is good. So 9-2 the score. Lyman up, still pressing here in the backcourt, up by 7. Roni Ferris crosses the center line, is doubled after she picks up her dribble. Hits it over to Roni Ferris. Stauffenberg motioning through. And in the corner goes Lander with the ball. It is Whitney Hansen, I believe, now with it. Ferris over to Hansen again. Gabby St. Clair at the free throw line, throws it into the corner. Corner 3, no good. Rebound by Bradshaw. Bradshaw launches it up the court. Outlet pass to Smith. Smith comes to a jump stop, turns around, gives it to the trailing McKinley Bradshaw for 3. And McKinley Bradshaw nails the 3. The scorer's table blew the horn after the made basket. The clock should not have, or the game should not have stopped. It was a live play, but since the horn did blow, they're going to allow some substitutes to come into the game. I think it was just an inadvertent whistle there, but Cyril Stauffenberg, the head coach of Lander, does not appreciate it because he's saying, why are we stopping the action and letting Lyman set up their press and get some substitutes in? I don't know if I blame Cyril for being a little bit upset there. Inbound goes on the sideline, working right in front of that Lander Valley bench, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Lyman. So re-inbounding it on the sideline now is Roni Ferris, gets it into Whitney Hansen in the backcourt. St. Clair now with it in the front court. 4:40 to go, launches it to the left low block, putting that shot up, no good. On the attempt was Demi Stauffenberg, rebound for Bradshaw. Bradshaw, a full court baseball pass, goes underneath the basket, and a jump ball is called. Olivia Smith went up, but got tied up on her way to the hoop. The jump ball possession arrow gives it back to Lyman, however, so it's 12-2. Lyman inbounding underneath the Lander basket. 4.5 minutes left in quarter number 1. Inbound goes up top to Olivia Smith, right back to Hansen in the corner. Bryce Hansen for 3, no good. Had it blocked, and here comes Lander the other way. Stauffenberg nearly pulled up on a 3. Thought better of it. Keeps the offense alive and gets inside to St. Clair. St. Clair had it taken away, but they said Bradshaw maybe got some of the arm before she got the ball there, and it's exactly what the call is. 12-2 the score, 4:15 on the clock. Bradshaw picks up her second foul. Only 2 fouls against Lyman, but both of them against McKinley Bradshaw. She remains in the game, up by 10 with 4:10 to play. What I would have said in the pregame, and I don't want to seem like I am a know-it-all and I'm just fabricating this, but I was going to say I think McKinley Bradshaw will have a 30-point-plus performance today. She's got, I believe, 7 I believe 7 of the, or 10, 10 points for Bradshaw early on here in the first quarter. Bradshaw looking for more on the left low block, working on St. Clair, had her shot altered. St. Clair, and a foul on Lyman perhaps here as the shot was missed. Nicole Peden went after the rebound. I think they called Nicole Peden for maybe a hook and hold violation there. So Nicole Peden is charged with her first foul. Bradshaw checks out, as well as Spring Yagi. Bradshaw with those 2 fouls. 10 points are allowed for Bradshaw, but don't want her to pick up a third, especially in the first quarter. And here comes Lander trying to break that press. Gabby St. Clair looking to do it all herself. Tried to drop it off down low on the baseline after she got near the basket, but unfortunately for her, I think her teammate was not expecting it. The ball went over her head, out of bounds. Lyman ball on the far baseline. 3:30 left here in quarter number 1. Bradshaw sitting on the bench here. Let's see if Lyman's got some offense with Bradshaw on the bench. Peden in the corner. Peden drops it down to Smith. Smith goes inside to Cassie Nelson, who has her shot blocked. Bryce Hansen with the rebound on the left side of the basket. Hansen, one of the smaller players on the court right now, grabs the rebound, goes up, and is fouled. Bryce Hansen to the line for 2 shots with 3:26 on the clock here. So Hansen, first shot is up and good, so Bryce Hansen extends that lead to 13-2 now for those Lyman Eagles. Second free throw, also up and good. So Bryce Hansen, over a 90% free throw shooter coming into the weekend, goes 2 for 2. Inbound goes on the sideline there, on the baseline. Able to get it across the line is the coach's daughter, Demi Stauffenberg, who stops at the 3-point line and nails a 3. So Demi Stauffenberg doing her best to keep the Lander Valley Lady Tigers into this one early on. 14-5, 3:05 left. Hansen gets it across the center line, gets it over to Air on the left wing. In the corner, Peden driving baseline, doesn't have a lane, gets it back out up top, and a 3 seconds called. I believe Olivia Smith, the guilty party there. Olivia Smith was in the lane for that entire possession, never stepped out of the lane, and that is a 3-second call. 14-5 the score, 2:59 on the clock before the end of the first quarter. Bradshaw checking back in for Lyman here at the last whistle. And now St. Clair has it, trying to beat the press, and she did for a second, but Bradshaw came up from behind St. Clair and poked it out of bounds on the sideline in the deep corner. 14-5, 2:53 to go. Inbounds goes right to St. Clair at the free throw line. Can't allow that to happen. St. Clair was just kind of sitting on the elbow, and she just got the inbound, turned and shot it right away. Nice, no hesitation look for Gabby St. Clair to score 2. At the free throw line, Cassidy Nelson gets the ball and it is hacked by Gabby St. Clair, and St. Clair charged with a foul on that one. That is St. Clair's second. So St. Clair and Bradshaw, 2 of the top players for both the teams, with 2 fouls. Bradshaw gets the inbound, steps back over to Spring Yagi on the right wing. Yagi was hot yesterday from downtown. No such luck on her first attempt, but the rebound falls into the hands of Yagi. Yagi gets it out to Bradshaw. Bradshaw misses an open 3. Yagi with another offensive rebound, and she gets it back out to midcourt. McKinley Bradshaw. Lyman looking to reset some things on the offensive end. 2:15 to play, 14-7. The Lyman Eagles lead. Bradshaw drives into the free throw line, turned around, just wildly throw it backwards, and Bradshaw, that'll be a turnover, I believe, against McKinley Bradshaw. So he kind of threw the ball behind her, expecting a teammate to be behind her. Nobody was, and the ball went loose on the hardwood. Players dive after it. It's back to Lander. 14-7, 2:05 left here, quarter number 1. On the right side now, it is Whitney Hansen getting it in the corner to Demi Stauffenberg, driving baseline, ran into a brick wall of the defense, and she tosses it back out to midcourt. Lander still has it, driving it on the left side now, and that is a lay-in good. Roni Ferris for 2. And just like that, this is a game a little bit more intense than it was about 5 or so minutes ago. It's 14-9. Lander on a little bit of a run. Bradshaw looking to end that run, drives in, being double teamed, gets it out to Hansen for 3. Hansen nails the 3 from the outside, and Bryce Hansen extends the lead. Bradshaw steps in front of the inbounds pass, steals it, goes to the basket. St. Clair blocked Bradshaw, and a foul on Nicole Peden underneath the basket on the rebound. We'll give it back to Lander. Cyril Stauffenberg happy that they called the foul, but then also a little bit upset because it looked like with a couple players on the floor that Lander might have tried to run on that possession, but the foul stopped the action. Foul against Nicole Peden, her first, or at least they put up first on the scoreboard. I thought she had picked up one earlier, but I guess not. 17-9 the score, and a throw away at midcourt. Lander trying to get the ball to midcourt. They throw it away. Bradshaw over to Mandiere. Mandiere now with it. Mandiere over to Cassidy. Up top. Now Spring Yagi on the right side to Smith in the right corner. Over to Mandiere. Three-pointer for Yagi. No good on that one, but the rebound just falls into the lap of Cassidy Nelson, who launches it back out for three. McKinley Bradshaw. McKinley Bradshaw posted up on the outside, just waiting for those offensive rebounds. And those offensive rebounds are a killer for Lander, as those balls are immediately getting thrown out to the three-point line in open threes. 20-9 the score. Join us after this commercial break on mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Back to action here from Worland, Wyoming. 55 seconds on the clock. Lander inbounding underneath their own basket. They get it. Spring Yagi with the takeaway. Spring Yagi throws it right back underneath the basket. Olivia Smith with an easy lay-in. And it is 22-9 and another turnover off the inbound. It's 22-9 and Lyman gives it right back before getting a shot up on this possession, however. Advancing it all the way down the court is Abby Renner. Renner gives it off to Stauffenberg. 22-9, 30 seconds on the clock. A lot of turnovers here for Lander, especially in the backcourt, just allowing Lyman to get easy baskets. This one's in the front court, however, as Spring Yagi sticks her hands up, intercepts the pass, and here she comes the other way, misses the layup from in close is Olivia Smith. She gets her own miss, however, tosses out to Bradshaw, passes up to three this time. 13 seconds to go. Jason Hansen telling him one shot. 10 seconds on the clock. Lyman last possession of the quarter, No, as Abby Renner didn't realize the clock there. And Renner shot it from half court with 5 seconds to go. The ball hits the baseline out of bounds, and 2.5. Lyman's got a chance here. Bradshaw's going to inbound. I was surprised that McKinley Bradshaw is not going to be the one catching the inbound. Hopefully getting a half-court shot. And just as I say that, Jason Hansen's going to take a timeout live on mylocalradio.com. Actually, with 2 seconds to go, there's only a 30-second timeout. I'll stay right here. We're going to take a commercial break at the end of the quarter, so instead of taking two commercials right in a row, don't know how long this timeout will last. It's only 2 seconds, so it's basically going to be a catch, maybe one or two dribbles, and then a shot. Let's see if Lyman draws up a play to get McKinley Bradshaw moving towards the basket, maybe putting up a long two or a three. You would assume it would be a three. They're inbounding underneath their own basket, or Lyman here. 22-9 with 13 points from Bradshaw early on in our pregame. I said I think Bradshaw would hit the 30-point mark in this game. Well, making me look like a genius or something like that. Bradshaw baseball passes it all the way down the court, and that is well out of bounds, and nobody touched the ball, so that's actually going to be an inbounds underneath the Lyman basket for Lander. Yes, it goes where the inbounds was thrown from. So now Lander has a chance underneath the Lyman basket to inbound and maybe score at the end of the quarter. 2.5 to go. The ball is kicked out of bounds there. No clock went on. No time went off the clock there. I don't think the officials are keen to fix it. They're not. And another inbound with 2.5 on the clock here as Renner looks to throw it in. St. Clair underneath the basket caught the inbound, and that will just about do it. There's actually 0.1 on the clock, so that'll end our first quarter action here from Lyman, where Lyman has a 22-9 lead here in Lander against Lander in Worland, Wyoming. The winner for a state playoff berth. Please join us after this commercial break.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Back to action here. Lyman ball to start the second quarter. Lyman up 22-9 thanks to 13 first quarter points from McKinley Bradshaw. She is in for this to start the second quarter and immediately gets the ball down low on the pass from Yagi, but she had her shot blocked, did Bradshaw from inside. Second opportunity for Bryce Hansen, and Bryce Hansen is fouled going to the basket. So Bryce Hansen will earn 2 free throws at the free throw line. Roni Ferris charged with the foul. And the first free throw from Hansen is up and good. So it's 23-9 now here in the second quarter. Hansen with one more at the line. 23-9, 7:49 to play in quarter number 2. And that free throw is no good, but rims out. And it is Lander grabbing the rebound. And here we go in the second quarter. Lander's first offensive possession of the quarter. 23-9. Lander looking to do something with it at midcourt. Serrell, the head coach, calls out a play. 7.5 to play. Up top, that is Renner with it, looking to go somewhere with it. Over to Ferris. Ferris kind of almost running into her own teammate there, and Bradshaw goes on her knees to try to take it out of the hands of Ferris. Cannot. Ball back out at midcourt. Ferris drives baseline past the diving Bradshaw, trying to intercept the pass, did not get to it. And Nicole Peden winds up tied up, and she goes to the floor. Nicole Peden's taking some hard hits today, hard falls to the floor, coming off that concussion. Just want her to be safe, not injure that head anymore. 23-9, 7:10 to play. Inbound on the baseline, goes right past Bradshaw, who wasn't looking for the ball. And it's Ferris driving down the baseline. She bowls over Bradshaw. Bradshaw makes up for not realizing the ball whizzed by her head earlier, and she draws a charge. The charge will get called against number 22, Roni Ferris. Roni Ferris, the junior for this Lander Valley team. Lander Valley, only one senior on the roster. That is Gabby St. Clair. They're a big man in the post. So this is a relatively young Lander team that will be back next year, probably even stronger than they were this year. On the low post, Bryce Hansen making a move, trying to get towards the basket. Air balls it, but Mandier cleans it up and scores. 25-9 the score for Lyman after a Mandier layup put back. And they throw it away, does Lander on the inbounds once again. Bradshaw with it at midcourt. Bradshaw stepping into a 3. Steps inside the three-point line and nails an 11-foot jump shot there. McKinley Bradshaw is on fire. McKinley Bradshaw has been playing a bit passive, if I can say that openly and honestly, over the last week or so. Especially in last night's contest, they didn't really need her to score 25 to beat the team that they're playing in Powell. And today it looks like it has been her mindset from the jump that she's going to take over. A 10-second violation in the backcourt here for Lander. They didn't get the ball over in 10 seconds. It was 6:07 to play. It's once again McKinley Bradshaw taking the ball in for Lyman. Bryce Hansen gets the ball across the center line. Hansen over to Peden on the left wing. Peden puts the ball on her hip, trying to go cross court to Bradshaw. Bradshaw jump pass to Mandier up top. Air is going to drive down the lane. No good on the shot, but the rebound is pulled in by Lander, but they were out of bounds. Emma Crane standing out of bounds when she touched the ball there, so we'll go back to the Lyman Eagles. Bryce Hansen looking to inbound. Watch for Bryce Hansen to get it right back here as the inbounder after she throws it in. Throws it into Spring Yagi, and sure enough, goes right back to Bryce Hanson on the low block this time, and Bradshaw had her, Bryce Hanson, had her shot blocked by Abby Renner. Out of bounds once again. Inbound goes to Bradshaw. Bradshaw pump fakes. Defender goes flying by her. She's going to take an 8-foot jump shot and miss, but the long rebound goes into the corner. Nicole Peden dives after it. Probably had more time than she realized, and the ball is knocked away for Lander. Now Bradshaw with the steal on the other end leaves it for Nicole Peden, and Peden scores a layup and draws a foul. Quickly, things have devolved here for the Lander Valley Lady Tigers as they now trail by 20, the largest lead of the game for the Lyman Eagles. Chance to make it 21 for Nicole Peden. Credit McKinley Bradshaw with the assist on that last play, and she will check out. Get high fives from the entire bench. Spring Yagi also checking out. Second free throw, or the three-point play free throw, no good from Peden. Peden coming up a little bit limp. Like I said, she's taken a couple of hard falls today, so I wouldn't be surprised if she's a little bit bruised tomorrow morning, perhaps. 5:25 to go, second quarter, 29-9 the score. And a foul is committed about 30 feet away from the basket. Bryce Hanson laughing at the call. Realized maybe I shouldn't have stuck my hand in there and reached on, I believe it was Stauffenberg. 29-9, 5:18 to play. Actually, that was not Stauffenberg. That was Crane, and Crane will check out for Stauffenberg now. Inbounding on the far sideline is Lander. 29-9 game, 5:18 on the clock here in quarter number 2. Whitney Hanson throws the ball in. Hanson over to her teammate Leah Brown. In the corner goes, Hanson with it. Drops it off for Stauffenberg. 5 minutes on the clock here before halftime. Bryce Hanson comes away with another steal on the sideline. 1-on-2. Hanson puts up the shot, through some contact, and a foul is called. Bryce Hanson going back to the free throw line. Hanson coming into the weekend, hovering right around that 90% mark for free throws, albeit on a limited sample size. Not a lot of free throws for Hanson this season. First free throw from Hanson. Rims out to the right. No good. So Hanson has another one here. Chance to go 1 of 2 from the line, and she does. 30 points here for the Lyman Eagles, and it's 30-9 with 4:50 on the clock before halftime. Gabby St. Clair dribbling back towards half court. Gives it off to her teammate. Gets it back. Over to Leah Brown. Leah Brown trying to work through this 2-3 defensive zone for the Lyman Eagles. Now in the left corner with it is Lander. Lander cutting in and throwing the ball well out of bounds. I'm not sure who that was intended for. I'd like to say Gabby St. Clair. Not that St. Clair was necessarily close to where the ball went, but I think she was the closest player in the area. So the turnover gives it back to Lyman. Lyman on the offensive end. Bryce Hanson walking it across the timeline here. 4:20 on the clock here before halftime. Mandy Air at the three-point line gets it over to Peden in the corner. Back to Air down low, posting up. Air at the free throw line gives it to Smith. Smith banks it in. Olivia Smith banked in a free throw line jumper, and the score is 32-9. So Lyman not letting up here. They want to qualify for the state playoffs. A win today would do that. Lander not eliminated with a loss. They'll just have to win tomorrow if they were to lose this game to qualify as either third or fourth place participants. 3:45 to go. Stauffenberg has it in the deep left corner now. Stauffenberg looking to go somewhere with it. She picked up her dribble. Has to be careful for a 5-second call. Lyman was calling for it. They didn't get it. Back out to midcourt. Lyman trapping it. Olivia Smith steps up on defense. Down low, and Bryce Hanson takes it away on the low block, but Bryce Hanson traveled there. And Bryce Hanson was kind of off balance when she stole the ball and tried to just kind of push the ball up the court, but it was a travel. Inbounding on the baseline is Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg into the corner goes. Stauffenberg now underneath the basket. Up and no good. Stauffenberg underneath the basket. Second attempt after getting an offensive rebound is blocked out of bounds by Bryce Hanson and Olivia Smith. Not sure exactly which one had more of the ball. Looked like they both got their hands on it. 3:20 to play. Stauffenberg to inbound underneath the basket. Throws it down low. Leah Brown gets fouled on a shot there. So Lander, a chance to get into the double digits scoring-wise. Olivia Smith charged with the foul. At the free throw line is Leah Brown for 2 attempts. Brown's first attempt rims out. And comes right back to her on the free throw line. So she's got another one, chance to try to make this a 22-point game. Chance to get Lander into double-digit scoring. And the free throw is up, and that is good. So that is what Leah Brown does, going 1 for 2 from the line. 32-10 the score. Lyman wearing the home whites, going right to left on your dial or your screen, wherever you may be listening. Lander wearing those green uniforms, playing defense. Cassie Nelson catches the ball in the low block, puts up a shot on a turnaround jumper, and I don't know how that didn't go in, but it rimmed out. 32-10. Lander looking to push the pace. Here they come the other way. Stauffenberg puts up that shot, and Stauffenberg is fouled. And Stauffenberg has earned herself 2 free throws at the line. Demi Stauffenberg going to the free throw line for 2 shots, says that was a foul on Cassidy Nelson. So it is 32-11 now the score. Mandy Ayer and Nicole Peden check out. McKinley Bradshaw and Spring Yagi back in. So Bradshaw in after about a 4 or 5 minute rest period here in the second quarter. See if Bradshaw remains hot. And she was early in the contest with, I believe, 15 points so far. My tally is correct. Hansen to the right. Tries to throw it to the left low block and does get it inside to Nelson. Nelson throws it right back out to the top to Bradshaw. Bradshaw looked like she's going to attempt a step back 3. Instead drives in the paint and drops it off to her teammate, Cassidy Nelson, who scores the layup. That's tough for anybody to guard, especially in the girls basketball realm, because you want to stop Bradshaw. You don't want her to just get an easy layup, but when you leave your man and Cassidy Nelson on the low block, that leaves her open for an easy basket. St. Clair at the free throw line for Lander. Looking to go somewhere with it. Puts the ball on the deck. Goes over to Leah Brown. Brown goes to the corner. Stauffenberg moving towards her left. Back out towards midcourt. Picks up the dribble. And throws it back out to midcourt to Emma Crane. Crane had the ball poked away by Spring Yagi. She's able to maintain the possession. Olivia Smith defending out at midcourt. And Leah Brown traveled as Olivia Smith was riding her on the defensive end. Straight up and down and kind of pushing her towards that sideline. Brown eventually traveled. 34-12, Lyman has it. 1:45 on the clock before halftime. Ball thrown up top. That is Spring Yagi. Ball fakes, gets inside the free throw line, gets it back out to Smith. Smith to the right wing where Bradshaw has it. Bradshaw backs it all the way out to midcourt. And we'll just kind of halt some things for a second here. 1 minute, 30 seconds on the clock. Bradshaw crossing over a couple times. Leah Brown trying to defend. Bradshaw throws it all the way down to the left low block. Smith catches, turns around, and can't hit the jumper. Smith claps her hands together in frustration that she missed that one from in close. 34-12 the score, 1:21 on the clock here in quarter number 2. Stauffenberg loses on the sideline. Diving after it is Bryce Hansen. Bryce Hansen ties up Stauffenberg, and the possession arrow gives it to Lyman. So nice job there for Hansen. Active hands. Poked the ball out of Stauffenberg's grip at midcourt. 34-12, 1 minute on the clock. Quarter number 2. Olivia Smith now with it. Smith hands it off to Hansen at the top of the key. 1 minute exactly on the clock here in quarter number 3. Going driving baseline, that is Olivia Smith. Nice pass from Bryce Hansen at the top of the key to Smith, who made a nice backdoor cut and scored when she got in close. And it's 36-12. Lander now with the ball in the half court. They throw it away, trying to get it to Gabby St. Clair underneath the basket. And Bradshaw has it, crossing the center line, trying to throw it down low to Nelson. Nelson reverses course, gives it to Bryce Hansen on the outside, and Bryce Hansen hits a 3. 39-12, 30 seconds left in the quarter. 30 seconds left in the half as well. 39-12, the score. Lyman has come early and come often today, and they've scored about the same way. 15 seconds to go. Stauffenberg's long two, no good. Rebound underneath. Leah Brown went straight up after getting the rebound, and she was fouled. So I believe they're going to call number 10, it looks like. Spring-Yagi with the foul. That is Yagi's first foul of the game. At the free throw line is Leah Brown. Leah Brown makes the first free throw. Brown, chance to make it 14, and that's what she does. 25-point game here, 39-14, 13 seconds on the clock. Bradshaw inbounds to Bryce Hansen. Bryce Hansen trots it up the court. 8 seconds on the clock. Stauffenberg defending. Smith in the corner traveled with it. I think Smith kind of thought that Bradshaw was going to be in the low post a little bit before she was. Bradshaw a little bit late to rotate in, and Smith traveled as she was about to make the pass and realized, hey, my player isn't there. Here comes Lander the other way. Can they even get a shot up? And a foul, perhaps? Let's see if a foul was called. And there is a foul before the buzzer as Lander was just storming down the court. Spring-Yagi stuck her hand in there to try to poke the ball away, and they said that she got more of the arm of the Lander Valley Tiger player than the ball. And with zeros on the clock, it is Demi Stauffenberg at the free throw line. Stauffenberg's first free throw, no good, short. And I think that was a 1-and-1 foul. So no one was on the free throw line to rebound, and that will end the first half. 39-14, a 25-point lead going into halftime for the Lyman Eagles. The Lyman Eagles are 16 minutes away from a state playoff berth. Cyril Stauffenberg and Jason Hansen having some words on the court right now. I think Stauffenberg might be wondering what is going on. Hansen turns around, and now some more words going on between the two. Hansen's laughing. Cyril Stauffenberg a lot more serious about it. I'm wondering what that was about. So Hansen retreats to his locker room, as does Cyril Stauffenberg. The score after 2 quarters, 39-14. The Lyman Eagles in front.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advance from PetMinerals.com today.
When you have any mechanical problems, always think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman first. Doug and the mechanics at Reese Auto Service work on everything from your lawnmower and snowblower to cars, trucks, farm and ranch equipment, and semis. You can also get tires for anything you need at Reese Auto Service. Always visit Reese first. You'll get great pricing and quality-friendly service. Reese Auto Service, 541 Highway 413, Lyman.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Your mobility affects every aspect of your life. When you suffer from an injury that decreases your mobility, or maybe you're just noticing that you're having a harder time balancing and your flexibility isn't what it used to be, call Randy Christofferson at Achieve Sports Medicine. Randy will work with you to improve your overall health by reducing pain and improving mobility. Schedule your appointment today by calling 307-747-4627. Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman. No excuses, just results.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Back here at Worland, where it is halftime, the Lyman Eagles with a 25-point advantage. I'm just going to run down to the court right now and ask Jason Hansen, who's coming out of the locker room now, what that dust-up with Sarah Stauffenberg, the head coach of Lando, is about. Join us right after this. I'm going to go talk to Coach Hansen, make sure everything is okay. Sorry about that. I just wanted to figure out what the heck happened at the end of the half as both coaches came together, had some words amongst the two of them, and it turns out Jason Hansen told me that Sarah Stauffenberg came up to him at halftime and conceded the game. Basically saying, yeah, we realize we're not going to beat you. We just don't want McKinley Bradshaw to go get 50 against us. It looks like he is not going to play any more starters. According to Jason Hansen, that is what Sarah Stauffenberg, the head coach of Lander, told him. So whether that is true, I would assume it's true, since Jason Hansen informed me of that, but kind of takes some of the fun out of the way. here on mylocalradio.com. Well, now I'm confused because as we look to start the third quarter, it looks like Lander has brought out their starting five. So I don't know if Cyril is playing some gamesmanship with Jason Hansen, but Hansen doesn't look pleased. Hansen is looking over at Coach Cyril Stauffenberg saying, hey, didn't you just say you were going to not play your starters? So I'm very confused on what is going on. As Jason Hansen starts 5 bench players for the second half, he expected a JV start, but... And immediately out of the jump, it is Ronnie Ferris scoring a 3. So I don't exactly know what's going on here. It does not look like Jason Hansen is too pleased that he was maybe duped by Cyril Stauffenberg into saying, hey, I'm going to play my bench players. I'm very confused. But down the lane goes the bench of the Lyman Eagles, the Lyman Lady Eagles. Lyman will remain with their bench on the court, I should say. Hadley Gross now to the free throw line. Hadley Gross at the free throw line. And it's 39-17. Hadley Gross misses the first free throw. So I do apologize for saying that. I ran down on the court to ask what Jason Hansen, what the brush up between the two coaches was. Jason Hansen told me that Cyril told him, I'm not going to play any more of my starters for the rest of the game. I don't want to get them hurt. But they come out, and the starting 5 has scored 5 in a row, or 6 in a row, excuse me, and it's 39-20. So maybe, just maybe, the Lyman Eagles will have to put in their starters once again. Bryce Hansen on the top of the court. Over to his teammate, Madison Harris. Madison Harris over to Bryce Hansen. Bryce Hansen looking to go inside to Hadley Gross. Hadley Gross had the pass intercepted, and here comes Lyman the other way. So Lyman giving up 2 threes to open up the half. A little bit of a gamesmanship thing from Cyril Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg looking to go 3 for 3 to start off the second half. No good. That 3 is off, and it's 39-20. Charles C. Rose gets it up top to Hadley Gross. Hadley Gross going down the lane. Hadley Gross misses the shot off the rim. Gabby St. Clair with the rebound. Gabby St. Clair over to her teammate. And here comes Lyman the other way. 39-20, 6:15 on the clock as Lander has it. Gabby St. Clair in the corner. Gabby St. Clair a deep 2. So the Lander Valley Lady Tigers open the half on an 8-0 run with the Lyman bench players on the court. Jason Hansen was told that Lander was going to be shutting it down for the day. It does not look like that is the case. Not Lander. And sure enough, after the first whistle, the 5 starters come out. So maybe that is what Cyril meant, is he was going to play him for the first couple minutes, and then he was not going to play him at all. All 5 of the starters come out, so maybe perhaps they're done for the day at this point. Down by 17, 39-22. The bench players of Lyman remain in the game. The non-starters. Into the corner goes Madison Harris. Chance to get herself on the score sheet. She cannot. A rebound down low. Fought for Bryce Hansen. A jump ball. And Bryce Hansen, the freshman, forces the jump ball. Jason Hansen offering some instructions from the sideline, saying just go right up with it. Get a shooting foul maybe next time. Hansen inbounds down low. Knocked out of bounds by Lander. And it's 39-22 with 5:39 to play in quarter number 3. Lyman still has not scored in the quarter. They had a 25-point lead at the break. It is now down to 17, and here comes Lander. The bench players of Lander, here they come the other way. Lander, Ryan Bell into the game for the first time. Out to her teammate, Whitney Hansen. Whitney Hansen in the corner. Ryan Bell for three. No good. Outlet pass to Bryce Hansen charging down the court, and Hansen ran into Whitney Hansen coming back to defend, and she traveled with it. Hope Sinnott, Raven Heaton, and Mandy Air back into the game. 39-22 the score, 5:10 on the clock here. In the third quarter, Lander has the ball. They have opened up the half on a 8-0 run. Into the corner it goes, now posting up. Dish back outside to Whitney Hansen, the freshman. Freshman on freshman with Heaton guarding her. Ball thrown in, and reverse to the corner it goes. Going up for that shot is Rachel Stoinski. Stoinski gets a foul charged against Lyman as she will go to the free throw line. So Jason Hansen scratching his head. A little bit of gamesmanship on both ends. If you're just joining us, the starters have been, we've been told, or I've been told, that the starters are done for the day on both teams. No more starters today as far as the Lander Valley Lady Tigers and the Lyman Eagles. Well, Mandy Air did start, but Air is still a very young player, inexperienced. They're trying to get her more playing time, so Air is the only starter on the court for either team. Air on the outside to Madison Harris. Now Air gets back on the right wing. Air throwing it down low, turning, spinning, and winning is Madison Harris. Madison Harris, the junior. And the ball for Lander now on the sideline as they throw it ahead. Ryan Bell nearly turned it over, but now she has the ball. Emma Crane with it. Crane back to Bell, and Bell had the ball knocked away, but a foul was committed on the reach-in from Lyman. So Lyman playing with a mixed group here of some younger players, some more inexperienced players, giving them some quality minutes in this regional semifinal, as Lyman looks like they're about to qualify for state playoffs. Raven Heaton took the ball away in midcourt and then traveled with it. She was on her knees when she picked up the ball, and then she stood up, which is a traveling violation. Raven Heaton, yeah. Raven Heaton into the game. Freshman. Sorry about that. Announcer next to me wanted to know who Raven Heaton was. She's not on the official roster here in the program, so that's why there's a little bit of confusion. Into the corner it goes. Jaden Rowan with it now. Rowan gives it off to Ryan Bell. Ryan Bell working her way to the top of the key. 3:40 on the clock. 41-22 the score. As I realize I never updated the score there. Apologize. And a blocking foul is committed against Lander as Lyman took it away. That was Hadley Gross stealing the ball in the corner, and then she ran into a Lander defender, which is a blocking foul. Foul charged against Whitney Hansen, the freshman's third. Mandy Air now with it on the top of the key. Mandy Air spinning, turning around, trying to find Heaton. Heaton trying to get open. Instead it goes over to Hope Sinnott. Hope Sinnott on the left side now. Mandy Air with it. Air backtracks, goes towards her right. Air looking to find her teammate. Gives it off to Heaton. Heaton drops it off to her teammate. In the corner it goes to Heaton. And Heaton traveled with it as she was looking to go somewhere with the ball there and wound up traveling. Charles C. Rose entering the game for the first time for the Lyman Eagles. Rose and Ryan Bell into the game for the first time. Charles C. Rose in. 41-22, 2:55 on the clock here. And driving down the lane, a foul is committed against the Lyman Eagles here. So with 2:41 on the clock, going to the free throw line is number 5, Rachel Stoinski. Stoinski to the line after the foul called against Olivia Smith. So Olivia Smith back into the game, the only varsity player on the court right now. Or Mandy Ayre still on the court, the only varsity player that is more experienced. I think it's kind of unfair to the players for Jason Hansen, at least in Jason Hansen's thinking, to rest his whole starting group for the entire second half. After all, Jason Hansen does have to look after his own team. They have a game tomorrow in the championship game tomorrow, so you don't want him to be completely cold. Obviously, they did take a 5-hour drive up here a couple days ago. Want to get them as much playing time and get ready for state tournament as possible. Olivia Smith took the ball away, went coast to coast, was fouled, and Olivia Smith goes to the free throw line, and she makes the first free throw. 42-23 the score here. With 2:28 left in the third quarter, Olivia Smith misses the free throw. Pulling down the rebound down low was Lyman, but then throwing the ball away, unfortunately for her, was Hope Sinnott. Hope Sinnott throws it away, and here comes Lander the other way. Ryan Bell over to the corner. Corner three attempted by Aspen Thomas of Lander, and Thomas misses that one. Advancing the ball ahead is Mandy Ayre. Mandy Ayre pulls up the three-point line, drops it back to Charles C. Rose, the point guard. Rose steps inside the three-point line and banks in a long two. So Charles C. Rose banks that one in, and it is 44-23. So 44-23, the Lyman Eagles in front with 1:40 to go. Both the starting fives for both teams, for the most part, shut down today. 1:35 left here in the third quarter, and the ball is tapped off of the hands of Olivia Smith, defending out of bounds, and it will be Lander basketball. Couple of substitutes coming into the game. Nicole Peden checking in for Lyman. Top of the key, Rod Bell with it. Bell attempts a three, misses it. Rebound pulled in by Lander down low, and Rachel Stoinski goes up and draws the foul. Stoinski at the free throw line. Jason Hansen calling out a play on the rebound attempt here. Should Lyman grab the rebound. First free throw from Stoinski is no good. So 44-23, Lyman will advance to the state playoffs next week in Casper. Well, I know it is only the third quarter, but with Sarah Stauffenberg conceding the game at halftime, it makes this last 16 minutes or so feel like it's just a practice for Lyman at this point. And Lyman turns it over underneath the basket. Rachel Stoinski turns it over. Interesting decision. I'm sure it leaves a lot to be desired from head coach Sarah Stauffenberg. He came out with his starting five, albeit against the Lyman bench, and they went on an 8-0 run. And Charles C. Rose runs the court after a takeaway and scores a layup. It's 46-23. As I was saying, it leaves a lot to be desired because obviously you don't want to just concede, especially a regional semifinal game. But I guess Sarah views the games tomorrow that his team might have to play as more important than this one, and perhaps a 25-point blowout. And down low, rebound for Lander, pulled in, and Stoinski, I believe, is going to go to the free throw line again. Or no, it's not going to be on the shot, so no shot attempt there, and underneath the basket, Ryan Bell with it. Bell throws it into the corner, tapped away by Lyman. Ball in the corner, inbounded to Bell. Bell back out up top now to Jaden Rowan. Rowan turns around, gives it back to Bell with 20 seconds on the clock. On the outside now, Aspen Thomas with it. Thomas throws it into the corner, and Bell brings it out to midcourt. 10 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. Shot attempt from the outside, no good. Rebound pulled in once again by Lander, and Lander goes up after a second and third opportunity. On the third opportunity, they go up, get the shot to go, and a foul is charged against Lyman. I believe it's Hadley Gross picking up her second foul. And the free throw, no good. The three-point play not able to be converted by Stoinski. And here, Lyman chasing after the rebound in the corner. A jump ball with 1.7 to go. We'll give it back to Lander. So Lyman will start the ball with the ball in the fourth quarter, once that gets underway. 1.7 to go here. Lander inbounding on the baseline. Lander throws it out. 3-point. Will they even get the shot off? They do, but it does not go in. And that is how we will end the third quarter. So it looks like Cyril Stauffenberg content to let this thing run out and have his team come back tomorrow. Join us on mylocalradio.com for the fourth quarter from Worland, Wyoming.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Back here for the fourth quarter action from Worland, Wyoming. It's the fourth quarter of this game between Lander and Lyman. So it's 46-25. Bryce Hansen back into the game. Hansen, a freshman, throws it down low, looking to go to Mandier, and Mandier fumbles it out of bounds, so it will remain 46-25. Once again, if you're just joining us, none of the starters in the game here to start the fourth quarter because Cyril Stauffenberg went out to Jason Hansen at halftime and said, hey, I'm conceding the game at halftime. I'm not going to play any of my starters for the remainder of the game. Yes, he said that at halftime in a semifinal game, but his team was losing by 25, and now it's a 23-point lead as Madison Harris shoots the long two and gets it to go off the backboard. And a takeaway is Raven Heaton. Raven Heaton looking to go coast to coast. Heaton almost scores it, cannot. And here comes Lander the other way. Ryan Bell taking it, dropping it off for her teammate Aspen Thomas. Thomas at the top of the key. Thomas went over to Jaden Rowan. Rowan dropped it down low to Stoinski. And Stoinski drops it out of bounds, and it will go back to Lyman. 48-25. Cyril still coaching his bench players, as is Jason Hansen. .6:54 left here in the fourth quarter. And the three-pointer for Bryce Hansen is up and good. So 51-25 the score, and Cyril will call a timeout. We're going to take this timeout too on mylocalradio.com.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Inbounding the ball on the sideline is Lander as they bring it across the timeline. 6.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. None of the starters in the game. The only starter in the game is Mandy Air. Still Mandy Air, one of the younger players for this Lyman team that are on the varsity 6 or 7 that rotate in and out consistently.
Lyman foul on number 11, Raven Heaton. At the line for Lander will be number 3.
And a foul committed against Raven Heaton. That is the 7th team foul against Lyman. So going to the line is, I believe that is Stoinski, if I could be wrong. No, it's Ryan Bell. Ryan Bell at the free throw line makes the first. So she earns herself one more at the line. And the second free throw is up and good. So it's 51-27. Lyman taking the ball into the front court now. 6:13 to play in the fourth quarter, and laying it up, laying it in is Mandier. Mandier getting some quality playing time against some lower caliber players. No disrespect to the Lander players, but these are not the starters on the court. They haven't been since halftime when Cyril Stauffenberg conceded the game basically and said, hey, I'm going to rest my starters for the remainder of the game. I get it was a 25-point game at that point, but still you got to have some respect to the spirit in the game. Aspen Thomas banks in a 3 from the outside. The Lander players on the court still have not given up trying. At least give them credit for that. So on the outside now, Mandy Air with it. Air crossover dribble. Gets it into the corner. Air picks it up, throws it baseline to a cutting Charles C. Rose, and Charles C. Rose gets it tied up. Hadley Gross checking in for Mandy Air. Hope Sinnott checking in for Bryce Hansen. So, true 5 players off the bench here for the Lyman Eagles at this point in the game. 53-30 the score, 5:10 on the clock. Jim, fill it up for the next game on the slate. That is Warland girls basketball against Mountain View. Winner with the trip to the state playoffs, and a state playoff game guaranteed next week. They are also in the regional championships tomorrow against this Lyman team, so a lot to fight for. Bridger Valley Battle 3.0, possibly, or 4.0, possibly at stake. Long 2 from Raven Heaton, no good. Rebound pulled away from Lander. They've got a run out coming the other way. Lander player, I can't see the number right now. It is Stoinski, tripped and fell or slipped and was fouled as she had a one-on-none break there, a lead-out break. And Stoinski's going to the line for 2 shots.
At the line for Lander, number 5, Rachel
Stoinski at the line. And the first shot is up and no good. (53-30) with 4:53 left. First free throw, no good. And the rebound falls into the hands of Hadley Gross. Hadley Gross throws it, and the ball is knocked away out of bounds there by Lander. So Lander will lose this game, and I'm not just saying that to say that. They did concede at halftime, so no matter what happens here, Lander has already lost the game. 53-30 with 4:45 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Traveling violation called against Lyman underneath the basket, and now it's Lander with the ball, bringing it into the front court. Lander will play against Pinedale tomorrow at 8 a.m. here in this Warland Warrior Gymnasium. And if they win that one, they'll have a game at 2:30. So I could see maybe perhaps Cyril thinks his players wouldn't be ready for 3 games in 24 hours, or just under 24 hours, but still a little bit odd to concede a game at halftime in a semifinal game. But I guess Cyril's looking long-term, not just for today's result. So 8 a.m. game tomorrow for the Lander Valley Lady Tigers against Pinedale. If they win that one over Pinedale, they will play at 2:30 p.m. in the third-place game. You need to win that 8 a.m. game to guarantee yourself a spot in the state playoffs next weekend. Free throw, no good from Stoinski after she got fouled, and with 4 minutes on the clock here in the fourth quarter, here comes Madison Harris charging towards the basket, and a blocking foul called against number 32, Aspen Thomas. Thomas gets the foul called against her. 53-30 the score, 4:05 on the clock. Madison Harris. (55-30), 4 minutes on the clock here in the fourth quarter, and the ball is turned away. And that is Raven Heaton with the ball. Heaton takes it away, crosses the center court line. 55-30 the score. And Charles C. Rose gets a baseline drive and a baseline runner to go, and it's 57-30 with 3:33 on the clock before this thing winds to a conclusion. Lander's going to play at 8 a.m. tomorrow. They'll have their starters back for this one. Hopefully they won't concede that game as well at halftime. You never know. Once a quitter, always a quitter. That's at least what the saying is. Not saying that the Lander Valley Lady Tigers quit on this one, but when your coach concedes at halftime, it's hard to say a lot of good things. And Abby Renner is still, Ryan Bell still fighting, still trying to get some points for her. She scores on that drive, and it's 32-57. Lyman up by 25. That was their halftime lead when Cyril Stauffenberg conceded the game. And on the outside, Raven Heaton for three at the top of the key. Raven Heaton showing she's got some potential to be a varsity player in the next few years. Good for her to come up today and really play her heart out in extended minutes. 60-32 with 2:30 left here in quarter number 4. Lyman 2.5 minutes away from going to the state playoffs once again. Never was in doubt. McKinley Bradshaw took over in the first quarter, scoring 13. I believe she had 5 or 6 in that second quarter before being taken out. And she has not entered into the second half. Jason Hansen, you can kind of tell Jason Hansen might be a little bit ticked off that his varsity players aren't really able to play in the second half, because albeit a blowout, you still want your team to get out there and play as hard as possible, and his team will only have one half to go. 60-32, 2:05 to play, and that one is out of bounds. A turnover from the Lyman Eagles. 60-32, 2:01 on the clock. Lander inbounding underneath their own basket. They'll cross that center line. So 60-32 with 1:55 to play. On the outside, Aspen Thomas hands it off to Ryan Bell. Bell at the free throw line. Bell, 2 more for the Lander Valley Lady Tigers. I apologize if I've been a little bit crass in my explanation of what has been going down in the second half. I just never personally heard of a coach giving up and openly conceding a game at halftime of a semifinal game where the winner goes on. I don't care how many points they're down by. I just think it sets the wrong precedent as a coach to say, hey, yeah, I'm not going to play you in the second half because I want you rested for tomorrow. That's my only explanation I'll give on that subject. 60-34, Lyman turns the ball over. Ryan Bell shoots a long 3. Bell can't get that to go. And the rebound pops out for Rachel Stoinski. Stoinski misses an 8-foot baseline jumper. And with 1:15 to go, Lyman has it, bringing it across that timeline. Charles C. Rose in the corner. Ball fakes, goes up with it. And a foul is called. And she will go to the free throw line. Charles C. Rose, chance to score 2 more points. 60-34 the score. The Lyman Eagles. Well, not really going to be a post-game show for this one. I'm going to switch the stream over to the Mountain View stream after this game concludes. And we'll go right into a pregame show for that game as well, live on mylocalradio.com. So stay tuned. Mountain View against Worland, semifinal number 2, coming up shortly after this one concludes. I think about 10 minutes on the clock to warm those teams up. I'll start my pregame show, and we'll go right into it. Some basketball action from Mountain View and Worland. Worland playing at home, trying to look as impressive as they did last night. It was a huge win over them, over Pinedale, for the Worland Lady Warriors. 52 seconds on the clock. Bell gives it back to Thomas. Thomas On the outside, driving in, loses the ball, and eventually picked up at half court by Stoinski of Lander. 40 seconds on the clock now. Stoinski picks up her dribble, gets it on the outside to Thomas. Thomas now inside over to Jaden Rowan. Rowan at the free throw line, leans into a shot, can't get it to go. Rebound for Charles C. Rose, and Charles C. Rose baseball passes it down the court and throws it away. 20 seconds on the clock here before this one comes to a conclusion. Lander Valley Lady Tigers on the court tomorrow at 8 a.m. against Pinedale in a loser-go-home game. And the ball is taken away with 5 seconds to go at midcourt. A jump ball is called. Possession arrow towards Lander. Possibly one last shot here with 3.7 to play. 60-34. But the real story of the day, Lander Valley conceded the game at halftime. And no, I'm not just saying that. They actually conceded the game. They went up to the scores table and said, hey, we're not playing any of our starters for the rest of the game. Lay-in at the buzzer by the Lander Valley Lady Tigers, and that will end the game. 60-36, the final score. Lander falls by 24 in this contest. I'm going to switch over the stream to the Mountain View and Worland stream and start our pregame show live on mylocalradio.com. Thank you for joining us. And now tune in to the Mountain View Worland girls basketball stream starting right now.